Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joy of Stick. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel, and today we're having a look at film licenses. Recently on the channel we looked at some arcade conversions, and this seemed like the next kind of top 10 list we should be looking at. It seemed logical. And I mentioned at the top of those videos that the ST unfortunately had plenty of really poor arcade conversions. Well, film licenses, even worse. And it's not just the ST. Quite often it seems that when porting a game, or when coming up with a game for a film on a home micro back in the day, that the publishers just thought, we don't need to throw time, money, resources at this, just get something out, it'll sell if it's got the right name on it. So we did end up with quite a lot of I was going to call it shovelware, but that wasn't really a phrase coined until much later, but still that's exactly what it is. I'm talking about things like, I don't know, that weird Red Heat game. What's that all about? Or another Arnie one, the Terminator 2 game. That's such a brilliant film. Why is the game so bad? Oh dear. But yeah, still, before we get started, I do want to give a shout out to this game here, Sly Spy. I mean, this isn't a film. There isn't a Sly Spy secret agent film. Is it a Japanese anime? I don't think it is. I think this is just an invention, isn't it? Maybe, I don't know. But anyway, it was a Data East arcade, and it's a Bond game, isn't it, really? So you can't make the list because it's not actually a film license, but this is kind of the Bond game that everyone wants. Super gameplay. But yes, it's okay. So that's a special mention to Sly Spy. But let's make a start, shall we? Let's dive right in.
Number 10.
Yeah, so first up, I'm sure you can tell from the theme tune, we've got Beverly Hills Cop. Now, Beverly Hills Cop was a 1984 movie, part of the buddy cop genre, is it? I suppose it sort of is, but anyway, of course it's headed up by Eddie Murphy, and I absolutely loved this game when I was a kid. I'm just waiting for something to appear on the screen. It's nothing. Black screen. Has it crashed? Is it loading? Is this what's supposed to happen? I don't know. But yeah, the original film starred Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley. This theme tune is named Axel Foley after the main character. And I loved it as a kid. I have a feeling that if I watched it now, it would not hold up. It would not hold up. But it's that he's a street smart detective, and he gets paired up with the whitest cops ever. Hilarity ensues. But anyway, let's see if we can get this working, because it's doing nothing right now. Alright, we're in. It's working. And there he is. There's Axel Foley himself, or Eddie Murphy, should we say. And the ST version was released in 1990 by Tynesoft. Some great... it's David Whittaker who's done the rendition of Axel Foley here. And I'm just wrestling with the controls here and second guessing whether I should have put this at number 10. Yeah, but it's one of those arcade conversions that tries to recreate the movie by giving you lots of different sections. Ocean were the absolute masters at that, weren't they? Do you wanna maybe move? No? Okay. Let's get blown up. It gives you lots of sections, basically. And there's this section, which is, fairly standard platform shooter fare, if slightly annoying with the control scheme. Let's not get blown up. And then the next section is like a driving simulation where you're chasing a truck and they're trying to stop you and you've got to keep shooting them, I seem to remember. And then there's a section after that where you're... I don't remember the film. I'm trying to remember the film. why these sections are in the game, but I can't at all. But yeah, basically you're in this big mansion from the garden. Sorry, you're in the garden of this big mansion, and you got to make your way in, avoiding the enemies and stuff. But that level, it has like an isometric view, and you move Axel around and then shoot in various different directions by aiming the mouse, which is really quite innovative. And then once you're in the mansion, it switches to a first-person, I hesitate to say Doom style, but you know what I mean when I say Doom style. It's not as good as Doom, but it's not anywhere near Doom. I shouldn't have even mentioned it. But yeah, it's that kind of first-person 3D game then. So you're like getting 4 games for 1 here. Now, none of those games are particularly brilliant, but... you know, they're decent. It's got some nice cutscenes as well. Loading screens, showing you what's going on in the next levels. We're about to see the driving simulation part here. Let's. And it kind of reminds me of like Test Drive. I almost said Hard Driving, but I think that would have been quite harsh. Is that not the van that I was chasing? I destroyed that really easily. I'm guessing there are multiple vans. Now, sometimes they open up their I almost said back passages. What is going on with me today? Back passages. Yeah, sometimes they open up their shutters on the back there and, oh come on, turn. I'm not off-road, I'm on-road. I mean, I'm off-road now. This car has the turning circle of a kaboom. Replay this game. That's a nice feature as well, that you don't really fail. You can just keep retrying from the same game. You don't have to start all the way back to the platforming section again. Yeah, and that's why Beverly Hills Cop is number 10.
Number 9.
And yes, number 9 is The Spy Who Loved Me. Now, The Spy Who Loved Me is, of course, a Bond film. 1977 it was released. It was a Roger Moore Bond, if I remember rightly. Yeah, I think that's right. It's the one where, what's the baddie's name? Stromberg wants to destroy the world. I think he's trying to start a war between the West and Russia or something. Destroy the world, and then he builds... oh, here we go. Does it tell you there? Maybe it did, but it disappeared. Build an underwater utopia all of his own. Yeah, and obviously Jimmy's got to stop him. I think one of the best things about these film license games on the ST is going to be listening to these fantastic tunes. Like these Yamaha chip renditions of these amazing film soundtracks. Right, let's go. Now, is this a great game? It's not a great game. Is it a good game? Possibly. But I don't know, there's just something about this game, it fed my imagination as a kid. I was one of those ones that was always playing with micro machines. Now, if you're not from my particular generation, micro machines were model cars. You know, think like your Matchbox cars or whatever, but they were tiny, really small, and I absolutely loved them. So I was the one that was always playing with those on the kitchen table, making little cities or whatever to drive them through, giving them little scenarios and plots. And then, so, you know, like Super Sprint and Supercars and this, it was kind of like playing through those kind of fantasies. You know, this looks very Micro Machines to me. And you know, it's a pretty good game, good level. It's another one of those games that tries to recreate the film by Is he going to leave me alone? Yeah, he left me alone. But, oh, it's just run over the civilians. And so did I. I mean, last video I was talking about how easily pleased I can be sometimes with these old video games, but I love the way the cones just bounce off the bonnet of this car. It's so pleasing, so satisfying. Here we go. Oh, yes. But yeah, it's another one of those film licenses where it tries to recreate the film by having lots of different levels of, whoa, how smoothly that was animated. That was nice. Alright, we're in. By having lots of different sections. So obviously here we've got this race along bad show, James. We've got this race along section with the car and then the boat. Oh, almost did exactly the same thing again. Slow down, man. But then it changes further on. I seem to remember there's like an Operation Wolf style shoot 'em up section where you've got to protect. I'm assuming it's James. You've got to protect by shooting the enemies who are trying to get to him as he's going across is it a nuclear submarine bunker? I really should have watched these movies before doing this, before trying to do this top 10. But yeah, that's the way we go. Oh, look at that. Very cool. So yeah, it just nicely recreates some set moments from the film. I thought he was going to kill me there. I think we need to go, whoa, I was about to say, I think we need to go faster. We need to go straighter. Yeah, so as I say, I might be slightly easily impressed by this, but I love the graphics. I love this driving sequence with the car in particular. That was a Lotus Esprit, right? In the film? Like I say, I should really be watching these films so I'm up on the content of the games. But yeah, I like the cool vehicle changes. The dead ends aren't cool. Definitely not cool. But then after this there's like a submarine sequence where you take the car down beneath, and it's quite a decent vertical shooter. And the Operation Wolf segment's decent. With lots of funny animations, I seem to remember. And I think there's an ending sequence where you've got to shoot Jaws in the mouth or something. I can't really remember, but it's one of those where there's lots of different sections, different styles of games and gameplay, and all of them are quite decent, so they all add up to a pretty good experience. And that's why The Spy Who Loved Me is number 9.
Number 8.
And up at number 8 we've got The Untouchables. Now The Untouchables was a 1987 movie. It's a crime drama movie-ish thing. Brian De Palma directed it. I think it's actually a pretty decent movie. I wonder what you think of that. Some people might disagree, but it's fairly laden with stars. It's got Kevin Costner in it, Sean Connery, Robert De Niro, Andy Garcia, probably missing a few more. But yeah, it was fairly big news at the time when it came out. It came out in 1987, as I say, but the ST game came out a couple of years later, 1989, which is a bit strange, isn't it? You kind of expect the films and the games to come out at the same time and benefit from each other's marketing, but maybe that's not so much what happened on the ST. Yeah, and you can see it's an ocean game. Not the last we'll see of them on this list. I'm sure you'll be aware if you were aware of this period of film licensed games, because they just released tons of them, absolutely tons of them. But yeah, let's have a crack at this then, shall we? Now, it's another one of those games that tries to recreate the movie by giving you lots of, like, a series of mini games. And first up, you've got this platform section, which is a very oceany kind of gameplay, and basically you're Elliot Ness and you've got to find some evidence to get your investigation moving. And you can see there's an arrow flashing in the top left, and basically you have to follow that arrow, which is a bit rubbish, not always the most useful. and get this guy who's dressed very similar to you. And basically you chase him, you shoot him. When you've got him, is he going to drop down? Yeah, there we go. You pick up his evidence. You can see it says 10% evidence collected, which isn't great because I'm almost dead. 10% evidence collected, and yeah, lots of life lost. But basically you just keep doing this until you get all of the evidence you need, and then you move on to the next section. And the next section, in fact, what I'll do is I'll see if I can, there's like a cheat system so I can advance and get ahead, and then I can show you these next sections. And here you can see the second stage, which is this kind of Operation Wolf thing. Now those glitched graphics there, I'm not sure what's going on. It's probably just a result of the cracked copy that I'm using. But the idea of this stage is that you shoot the liquor bottles. It does say liquor collected. I would suggest that shooting them with a machine gun isn't the most efficient way to collect liquor bottles. But there you go. Alright, and here you can see one of the other little mini games. It's like a little alleyway scene. You don't get much time, as you can see. But yeah, the game's full of nice little touches, like the newspaper. You even input your high score details on the newspaper, which is pretty cool. It's basically very Ocean as far as film licenses go. And again, a bit like Beverly Hills Cop. Each of the games are not brilliant. If that was just the game, you'd be a bit disappointed, but they're all decent. So they all add up to more than the sum of their parts. And that's why Untouchables is number 8.
Number 7.
And next up we've got Hudson Hawk, which was a 1991 film starring Bruce Willis. I've never seen it, so no idea about it. Plenty of people in the comments section of a recent video saying that it was marketed wrong, like people marketing it as an action movie, and that's what people expected it to be, but really it's kind of a offbeat comedy movie more than anything. But you know, I'll take their word for it. But the ST game came out same year, 1991, again by Ocean. But this one takes a different route into the game than the standard Ocean license. You know, we've seen Untouchables there. This doesn't do the same kind of thing. It's a platform game, and it's developed by special effects coded by industry legend Joffa Smith. And it's got this cool kind of... I'm always reluctant to say physics. It's got a physics engine. Because, you know, it's a bit primitive to say that about a sprite-based game, isn't it? But there is a real kind of... There's a momentum to your character, and, like, you know, you throw the ball and it's got gravity and it bounces off stuff. And you'll see in a minute that there are some boxes that... Oh, I've done that every single time I've booted up and played this game. Every single time. Let's see if we can ride the doggy. Come on, chap. No, I want to ride you. Come here. There we go. Oh dear. Yeah, problem with the jump is you press up and he leaps forwards, whether you're actually moving forwards or pressing forwards or not. This game does not care. It will launch you to your doom. Right, let's judge that jump a little bit better, shall we? There we go. Okay. I thought we could get you. Oh, we can. Haha, that's cool. Alright, they're coming to take their revenge now. They're not happy. But yeah, this dog, I was about to say, this dog will bite your ass, and it's really annoying. But there you go. And I can't find a way to get the dog off. I don't know if it's just me. There must be, surely. But last time I played this, I tried waggling. Oh, no, I want to be up there. Oh no, I'm alright actually. Yeah, I've got to move this box over, and you can see the physics I was talking about in action here. Move this box over using the lifts and that, so I can get in the window. Yeah, so it's just a game that's got an awful lot going for it. Like these security cameras that when they spot you, there you go, it stuns you and you can't move, but it goes black and white. It's a really cool looking effect. And this guy with his camera who stuns you, that's also annoying. And then those red squares there are alarm sensors, and if you get detected, it takes a little bit of your life off as well. I'm not entirely sure where I should be going here. Is that a way to go? Can I go in there? Okay, now that's interesting. Cool, so I had to throw one of the balls on the sensor to then get through the door. Again, just lots of little things like that are really, really cool. And I want to play this more and make more progress. But I have other games to show you. And that's why Hudson Hawk is number 7.
Number 6.
And number 6 is Return of the Jedi. I'm a massive Star Wars fan, so I'm into anything and everything related to Star Wars. But I still think this holds up. Some people don't like it particularly, but I think it's a really good game. This was produced in 1988 by Domark, so quite considerably after Return of the Jedi, which is 83, if I remember rightly. It's not quite as iconic as the first Star Wars game, with its amazing vector graphics, but it does include samples from the movie, which is really cool. And it does have, I mean, one thing it does share in common with the first Star Wars game is that it's really good at representing the film's action sequences. Like this one here, the speeder bike sequence, for example. I mean, it's not trying to stay true to the film. It's just trying to make a isometric shooter that's, you know, that you're on a speeder bike with. I love the way the Ewoks help you by setting traps. So cool. But yeah, this isn't the whole game. I also love the way you can shoot these guys, but also get them caught up in their own hubris by trying to chase you through the trees, or you can barge them into the overgrowth at the side. So cool. But yeah, it's got other sequences too. I mean, they're all this kind of isometric scrolling shooter, but each one gives you a different setting to represent a different part of the movie. So obviously here we've got Lando piloting the Millennium Falcon through the second Death Star's exhaust port. It's probably not an exhaust port at this point, but yeah, to see if you can destroy the core, like so, and then you got to get out. I've already mentioned in this video that it's really cool to hear these film soundtracks interpreted by the ST's YM chip. And this is a great example of that. I mean, I don't know why it's playing the Imperial March when we were triumphant in destroying the Death Star, but hey. Success. I'm going to play a little bit more because I want to show you another one of the action sequences. I think there's two more. There's two more, I think, that you haven't seen yet. Alright, got to get through another speeder bike sequence because what the game starts to do is really quite interesting. Rather than have you completing a level and then moving on to the next representation of movie action, it tries to take a leaf out of the film's book. A leaf out of the film's book. That's a nice spaghetti metaphor there, isn't it? But what it tries to do is to give you the sense that these sequences are happening concurrently. So yeah, like, you know, the climax of Return of the Jedi, you've got Han Solo and Leia on the planet, you've got Luke facing Darth Vader, you've got Lando and his assault on the Death Star. You got all these. Oh no! Oh, I thought I'd had it. You got all these things happening at the same time, and the game tries to represent that by flicking between them. I mean, it doesn't do that on this level, but hopefully you'll see it in a moment. I just love the music in this game. So good. Will it happen? Here we go. Alright, so this is... Now we're playing as Chewbacca. And he's commandeered an AT-ST walker. Whoa, that was close. Yeah, I haven't played for a while, as you can tell. But then, what it will do... We're halfway through that level, but it will skip to this section. And then it will skip back again. I just think that's a really cool touch. It's not something you ever see? Has that ever, something similar been ever used in a game? I'm not sure it has. I just think that's so cool. I mean, I wish this game did it more. I wish other film games did it too. Such a cool idea. Are we getting another switch? And there we go. So it gives you a real sense that these things are happening concurrently. They're happening at the same time. So yeah, really, really cool. I really like that effect. And that's why Return of the Jedi is number 6.
Number 5.
And here at number 5, we've got the Addams Family. Now this is quite a new discovery for me. I didn't play this back in the day. In fact, only recently started playing it. I think I played it maybe briefly once, like 10 years ago or so, but only really dived into it properly last week, in fact. And yeah, so Addams Family, 1991 film based on the TV show, which I think is in turn based on a cartoon strip, maybe? I don't know. My Addams Family lore and knowledge of history is limited, but still, yeah, the film was 1991, and then this came out, I believe, a year later, or in 1992. And again, it's an Ocean one, but not your typical Ocean film license a la Untouchables. It takes a bit more of a console platform style. I think experiences like this are few and far between on the ST, so you know, it's really nice to have. You can tell things are a bit different from your usual platform fare right from the off, because Gomez here controls, well, his jump is the fire button. So you know most ST platform games you press up to jump, and that's, you know, just the way it is. But here, this game just feels a bit more console based. Now I've been told you can go in the chimneys. This is a new discovery for me. Very cool. I know you can see the inspiration here. It's all very, very Mario indeed. Which is cool. I've lost my Fezzicopter though. That's a bit of a bummer, isn't it? So now I have to make my way up the castle on foot. But hey, that's no problem. I can get in there as well. Yeah, so somebody told me about these chimneys in the comment section to the Addams Family video I did on the channel recently, saying you could, it's a place to come and get some, ooh, secrets, get some extra hearts. So I thought I'd explore that today. Very cool indeed. Yeah, so I mean, the ST version's not without its faults. This appeared on other platforms as well, notably the Amiga and the Super Nintendo. Oh no, I made a mistake. I needed to jump on it. Oh no, I didn't. Sneaky. Liking the secrets. Did I need to jump on him? I did need to jump on him. Oh, that's annoying. Still, it's really cool that this game has so many secrets to uncover and discover. Yeah, like I say, it's not perfect. The flip scrolling on the ST version's not great, but we do have... Can I get up? I found another secret. We do have these lovely, colourful, detailed backgrounds that the Amiga version doesn't have. So, you know, it's not all doom and gloom. Oh, I can jump there. Okay, okay. That's not going to be easy to get up there still though, is it? Oh, he's done it. Oh, that's a bit unfair. Ah, brilliant. I am guessing that's made me invulnerable. I don't know. But I was about to say, let's find out by running into this guy. Yeah, very cool. And some extra lives, amazing. Yeah, so, I mean, clearly lots to discover in this game and lots to enjoy. And that's why Addams Family is number 5.
Number 4.
Serve the public trust, protect the innocent, uphold the law.
Very cool indeed. I don't think that's Peter Weller's voice though, is it? It doesn't sound like it. Anyway, number 4 is Robocop. I mean, this is probably a bit higher in the list than the game itself warrants, maybe. Just because of how iconic it is as a film and a game for me. Robocop's one of those films that I really shouldn't have been watching at the age that I was. I mean, it came out in 1987, so I mean that was the cinematic release, the theatrical release I should say, so who knows when it came out on VHS, but yeah, my mum definitely wouldn't let me watch it, but thankfully my uncle did, and it's just I was just obsessed by it. It's such a cool movie, especially when you're about 9 years old. And the game it's another Ocean one, and it's one of their early ones, and it's the staple of a good film conversion really. It's got, you know, the main game is decent, it's got lots of different little mini games that make sure the essence of the movie is captured. No way, my score is actually on here. My score is saved on here, that's funny. It's iconic as a game as well. Not just the film was big for us, but also this was one of the first games, non-Power Pack games, that we got our hands on. I remember we had this, and we had a demo called RoboMix. Yeah, just we played this game and watched the demo just constantly. Love the music. I thought he was going to jump over my head. Nope. Oh, it's gun time. Gotta ask yourself, if you had that gun in your thigh, why were you punching goons? Oh, how'd you jump? Oh, there you go. Almost forgotten how to jump. But yeah, what a game. So cool. I mean, this is just the ideal thing, isn't it? It just... I am going to die. Ed 209 kills me every time. Every time. Not every time. I have got past the first level before. But yeah, it's just that, you know, just gave 9-year-old me that fantasy of actually being Robocop, and you just can't beat that, can you? Yeah, serve the public trust, protect the innocent, walk right, and shoot the bad guys. And that's why Robocop's number 4.
Number 3.
And yes, number 3 is Batman the movie, the game. Just to be confusing. Yeah, it was a 1989 movie, game came out same year. And what a revelation it was for superhero movies in particular. It would be a while before superhero movies became the huge juggernauts that they are today, but I would argue that this is the movie that kind of started it. You know, it was faithful to the film, to the comic source, but it modernised it and made it cool. Yeah, I really like the film. And really loved the game. I had an Amstrad back in the day when the film came out, so it was the Amstrad version of this game that I got. But the ST version is just it's a cracker. Nice outfit. And it's a solid platform game. Now I ummed and ahed for quite some time whether this should be ahead of Robocop. And this game just about took it. Definitely wanted this one to be just ahead of Robocop. They're both really solid platform games. Oh, I tell you what, go away, Grenadiers. We don't like Grenadiers. He's gonna get me again. Yeah, he's gonna get me 3 times. So yeah, really solid platforming, and you've got this whole kind of rappelling and dropping and swinging system. Let's see if I'm going to see if I could get this guy by swinging into him, for example, which just feels really cool. Can I go down? No. And I've completely forgotten. I mean, this first level's a bit of a maze. I have no recollection of where to go first. I forgot they could shoot diagonally down. Yes, I'm still no better at this game than I used to be. But yeah, it's another one of those classic ocean film games where they do a really good job of representing the movie. Oh no! And I can't, can I? Representing the movie by, you know, not only having this, you know, this is the bread and butter of the game, isn't it? This kind of platform section, but they've got really cool mini games in between as well. And what kind of edge is this? The reason I chose this to be above Robocop is that those... Oh, I've done it again. Oh. Those mini games are really good. There's like a racing the Batmobile through the streets of Gotham, and you've got to do that grappling hook thing to screech around the corners really quickly. That's really cool. Oh, I can't believe it, how many times I'm going to fall in this hole. Look, I like this game, but this game doesn't like me. And then there's another one which is very similar, but you are racing through the streets of Gotham with the... What's it called? The Batjet? I think it's called the Batjet, isn't it? And you've got to slice the... There we go, he's made it across. You've got to slice the lines of the balloons full of smiley gas. Again, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie too. So yeah, details are sketchy, but still. Where did you come from? I'm getting annihilated. Don't get gassed. There we go. And yeah, just really good, really good. I kind of feel like this is the film license that kind of set the bar. Like, you know, you can actually make really, really good games with these film licenses instead of them just being shovelware. So yeah, that's why Batman the movie is number 3.
Number 2.
Yep, here we are with number 2, and it is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. Being very careful to point out that it's the adventure game and not the arcade game, which is a steaming pile. But this is far from a steaming pile. This is one of the best games on the ST, I would say. And it's a Lucasfilm Games, you know, a LucasArts adventure game. And they're all fabulous, aren't they? Absolutely brilliant games. And to have one that follows along with the film so closely like this is a real treat. A real treat. So Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade was a 1989 movie. And this came out in the same year. Obviously coded by Lucasfilm. And it's a great film. It's so joyous. It's so much fun. It's just, if somebody said, you know, what's the quintessential 80s, 90s action movie, I'd be hard pushed not to pick this one. Not because it's the best. There are others that I think are better. But it's just how this movie has everything. You know, it has, the comedy in the movie is brilliant as well. I love the interplay between Sean Connery and Harrison Ford in this movie. It's really genuinely very funny. But anyway, the game, I mean, anyone who's played a LucasArts adventure or seen one before knows exactly how these work. They're the quintessential point and click adventures. And you basically watch the plot of the film before your very eyes. And that's a really good thing about this as well, because some point and click adventure games, the puzzles can become a bit oblique, a bit opaque, can't they? And a bit hard, and you end up wading through them and pixel hunting and trying random things. But that's alleviated somewhat because it's the plot of the movie. So if you know the movie, you kind of know where you're heading and you know what you kind of need to do, which is really cool. And the game itself, it came with all sorts of feelies and stuff in the box, which is really cool. Including a little copy of the Grail Diary, where you've got lots of hints and tips and stuff about how to proceed, which is just really, really cool. But yeah, if you've played a LucasArts adventure, you know the idea here. You click to get your character to move, and then you can use these words at the bottom along with what's use bell with hand along with can we get into the boxing ring? I can't even remember what to do at the beginning of this game, to be honest. It's been so long since I played it. But yeah, you use the words at the bottom with the things in the screen to interact with and solve puzzles and all sorts. Yeah, and I think you can get into the boxing ring and practice boxing, because that's one of the things in this game is that can I open the door? There we go. There are some arcade sequences. There are some moments where you need to duff up some Nazis. Remember, always be punching Nazis. Oh dear. There's not much point me showing you too much of this game. I mean, you get the idea. If you've seen a LucasArts adventure, you know exactly how this works. If you haven't, then you need to. And there's no better place to start than this one. This is an absolute classic. But yeah, just brilliant. Just brilliant. And that's why Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is number 2.
Number 1.
And yeah, number 1 is Star Wars. What can I say? Yeah, I'm horribly biased. this list is completely and utterly flawed. I've picked this because I love Star Wars. I am one of those that will just gobble up any media, whether it's comics, books, TV, movies, cartoons, animations, shorts, whatever it is. If it's Star Wars, I'm in, I'm watching. I know a lot of people out there don't particularly like the what Disney have done with the franchise, but no, I love it. Still love it, including the sequels, Solo Story, whatever it is. I'm lapping it up, and I was exactly the same as a kid as well, playing this game, absolutely lapping it up, being Luke, shooting Death Stars for fun. I mean, Luke only, Luke and his buddies, they only got to destroy 2 Death Stars. In the course of one of these run through of this game, you get to destroy it about 10 times, if you're good enough. But yeah, great game, absolutely great game. The arcade original was just superb, with that big sit-down cabinet and the yoke controller and the beautiful vector graphics screen, and just so nicely brought to the ST. Absolutely fantastic. It's worth pointing out that the guy who made this for the ST, who ported it across and did such a fantastic job, Jürgen Friedrich, he made hard driving as well. And if you've ever played hard driving on the ST, yeah, it's not quite the same quality. But I mean, this is just timeless. Now, don't get me wrong, it is only my bias that's made it number 1, I'm sure. I mean, Indiana Jones probably should be number 1, but it isn't. This is because it's my list. You probably can't play this all that much, maybe 1 or 2 run-throughs and then move on to something else. But it is just timeless. Like, I could quite happily play this every time I boot up my ST. Quite happily. I love IK Plus. That's the same for that one as well. I think, in fact, if I only had 3 games, Bubble Bobble, IK Plus, and this, I'd be happy. I'd still be playing my ST every day. It's that good. It's that good. But yeah, what a fabulous game. It's just brilliant. And that's why Star Wars is number 1. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. There is your list. 10 to 1 done. I'd love to know what you think. What do you think of the list? I mean, do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Absolutely, one of my favourite things about doing this YouTube channel is how the videos can start conversations. So I'd love to know what you think of the ones that I've picked. Are there any games that I've missed that you think deserve a nod as well? Have I got things completely wrong? Is there a favourite of yours that should be number 1 that I've not considered as highly? Please let me know. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I missed it as much as I did making it, and we'll see you next time.